Hi, welcome to another video of the Target Individual Program, Target Individual Experience. So I decided to try my luck and went on YouTube, look at some videos about keys stuck in doorknob, um, and I found one, and a good thing I had some lubricant there. So I used that. Again, wiggle the keys for a few minutes. It took me like about maybe 10, 20 minutes or so. Not constantly wiggling it though, but just going back at it every few minutes and trying it. Finally, I guess when the lubricant took set, it the key came out. All right, so I used the other key that worked fine. Okay, and so the other key I didn't even put it back in the lock because I was like, I'm not taking a chance again. So the other key works. I tried it many times. Put it in, take it out. It's fine. So I'm keeping the lock. All right. So frustration, it happens. As a TI, this things happen, and you're constantly, your mind kind of reverts back into your early days when they were talking with you heavily and messing with your stuff. The trauma is still there. Okay, it doesn't go away. The trauma is still there. That's why when I'm doing stuff, like whenever I build a computer, I forget where I put stuff. So like I said, sometimes when they try to test me my memory, as I said, it's ridiculous, the shit that they try to do. Okay, because they see me I'm under surveillance, in home surveillance, so they know that, because when I'm building a computer, it took me twice as long to build a computer than a person who is not targeted, who has not been neurologically and psychologically damaged. And because a lot of times I'm looking for stuff that I put down that I can't find, so they know. So I said, but again, you look up a Coercive Persuasion Program, and it talks about how these people, they try to avoid accountability, and they do everything to try to avoid accountability. Okay, and so I always keep that in mind. Right, this is why, again, they're always giving you tests to see how, after the damage that they've done to you, because they have the mindset that, yeah, the brain repairs itself. Yeah, the brain repairs itself, but doesn't repair itself 100%. Okay, that when certain things happen to you, your brain is not going to repair itself, no matter what they do, no matter what treatment you get. You may get a little better at certain things, but your brain is never going to repair itself 100%. Okay, particularly when there's damage, like in the form of concussion. I was watching a video today with Robert Duncan and this other person who was targeted. He also been diagnosed with Havana syndrome. He's a civilian. One of the, I mean, I haven't been diagnosed with that, but I have my brain scan, and it clearly shows exactly what the damage that was done to their brain is the same damage done to my brain, and mine's probably even worse because I have my your, what's it called, the fluid in the back of your brain, that the brain it helps to keep your brain level. Your spinal fluid, right? So my spinal fluid, it's seeping. So again, like I said, they said that in the future I may have to have surgery. Okay, so I gotta look out for that, and on top of that, I gotta watch that I don't hit my head anyway, because then if my brain is tilted and is closer to the skull, then an impact to the brain might to my head might cause even more damage. But again, I'm not a doctor. I'm just speculating, right? Because I think I've read that somewhere. But but I finally got my new lock put in, and hopefully, uh, you know, my my door would not be broken into again. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully. But with these people, you never know. Sometimes they take over their mind and they start doing shit that is just, like I said, it's just the regression of their mind, and I can see it whenever we're being microwaved within the home, or when we're being when our conscious minds are being co-opted. Afterwards, they just saw the regression. You start to see the regression with the behavior, the things that they do. Okay, including myself, in terms of the headaches, the short-term memory loss, um, you know, what else? The pressure build up for the past couple of days. The pressure build up in my head has been immense. Even I went to sleep early Wednesday night, last night, and because again I had this pressure build up in my head, and then I woke up around four something. As soon as I woke up, immediately I woke up. They started with the sirens. Like I said, I didn't even get out of bed. I just opened my eyes, and plus I had a video playing, and they were using the car honk sirens. It's a lot to deal with. Okay, and I know the purpose is to also to stress you out to cause other illnesses, and so I try to just take it easy. I try to not, if I find myself becoming too stressed, I just move away from whatever situation and I just leave. Okay, just like with Pam and stuff like that. She was targeting me, and I just like, I can't deal with that. And if you guys, you just heard the sirens. Um, I talk about the pressure buildup. So whenever I talk about the injury, my symptoms, they would use the sirens again, to try it as a form of intimidation, and that's okay, because I'm going to continue to talk about this. And like I said, I just hope that there are people out there who's listening, and giving them back what they've done to us, also. Okay, without a doubt. All right, and I don't wish bad on people. When people do this to you and it's constant, it's every single day, 24/7. Then yeah, I'm gonna wish the same thing back on you too. Okay, because you can't forgive people when they still continue to do the same thing over and over and over to you. And they figure because I'm a black person, so they know how they condition us, that I would be all about forgiveness. No, no. You want forgiveness? Stop doing what you're doing. Simple as that. All right. Anyhow, I guess I'll talk to you guys next day. Then the lock is installed. Like I said, whatever. They make copies of the key, whatever, man. I'm not, I can't be stressed out because again, my twin brother, he's so stressed out he had a stroke. Okay, he had a stroke, and I'm not putting myself in that stressful situation. Like I said, whenever that I feel that stress coming on, I just leave. That's my fight or flight phenomenon. My response. Okay, I just leave. I ain't gonna fight you. I just leave unless you're hitting me and I gotta defend myself. Then that's a different story. But other than that, I just leave. You gotta protect your mental health. Okay, so like I said, you get flooded at times because again, when something don't go right, your mind reverts back because of the trauma. So that's what happened in terms of me not able to, when the key got stuck in the lock, and it just, you know, I'm getting headaches again. Small. It just, like I said, it doesn't happen as regular as it used to, but the trauma is still there, and you know, you deal with it the best way you can. Okay, regard. Don't let them try to tell you that they haven't damaged you in any way, because they know they did. They know they did. They know. This is why they don't want us getting medical uh, uh, examinations and stuff like that. They don't want us seeing a therapist, especially me anyway. They don't want me seeing a therapist because, the amount of research that I've done, and even though I don't retain a lot of the knowledge, but I do retain some of it because those are the things that I always go back to. Some things I try to keep it in my long-term memory. Okay. Others, I have them on my phone. I can always pull it up and say, hey, this is what such and such. So they don't want me seeing a therapist, because they know that, when I start speaking about these things and I start showing the proof and the evidence, and I've seen it before where all of a sudden they just, they don't say anything, right? Their brain shuts down, because they also been programmed, and I try to wake them up. But hey, it is what it is. I'm just one person. That's why they keep us separated. They use the technology when we get together to influence us, to target each other. And I could deal with that, but there are times when it's so intense that you really you can't, and I can't. So you know it is what it is. Anyhow, I'll speak to you guys in the next video.